seminar will now commence with the welcome remarks by Dr. Zafar Nawaz Jaspal. Dr. Zafar Nawaz Jaspal is Professor and Director of School of Politics and International Relations, Quaid-i-Azam University, Islamabad. He is an expert on strategic studies, nuclear proliferation and non-proliferation, arms control and disarmament. He has written 2 books and has authored chapters in multiple other books. He has around 100 articles published and has been a guest speaker at around 300 national and international conferences and workshops, including at NATO Defense College in Rome. He regularly writes columns in magazines and newspapers and participates as a security and political analyst on both national and international media channels. I now invite Dr. Zafar Nawaz Jaspal to give his welcome remarks.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Indeed, it's a great pleasure for me to invite you all in this China-Pakistan conference with the title Understanding China's Governance System and Development Model, jointly organized by School of Politics and International Relations, Quaid-i-Azam University, Islamabad, and Pakistan Research Center for Community with Shared Future, and with the assistance of Embassy of the People's Republic of China to Pakistan. So this is our first, a baby step in this connection, and with this, obviously, it's a pleasure for me as a director or as a professor of the School of Politics and International Relations that with the assistance of the China's Embassy and Pakistan Research Center, we will be going to communicate or educate or develop the academic skills of our students in this department. So this is our first step, and I'm very much happy that with us today, Madam Bauf, a political counselor, is also participating in this conference, and she brought a good news for us that she will be going to work, and inshallah it will be mature in the coming days. There's some kind of a scholarship for our students, or in the long run, of course, it's a new start, then some kind of a scholarship of our students doing their courses or a degree from here or a few semesters in China. And this will be a good initiative, of course, in the beginning, in the fall semester, even if I will be able to secure with her assistance 1 stipend or a 2 stipend or a few stipend or a 1 workshop or a 2 workshop for my students or a 1 conference. I think it will be a big achievement for us, and we will be looking forward for that assistance. Second, Khalid is a long-time friend, and Khalid Taimur agreed because his institute is working in China, and he's in a media, working with the Chinese institutes and think tanks, and there he identified a university with which his own center is based or working. It is not promising, but he giving us some kind of a optimistic vision or hope that he will be going to discuss with them that that university shall provide us a few scholarship in the form of residence and food, boarding and lodging. So if we are able to arrange some other sources for a ticket, maybe I will be in a position to, on merit basis, of course Chinese works on a merit basis and transparency, 1 or 2 or 3 students in the summer or a coming summer, because these projects take a time. Today we start, maybe next year or day before or follow up, we are able to mature them. So let me open up this conference by welcoming all of you with these optimistic notes, and at the same time we have to look to China, or we are looking to China. The Chinese used to say a century of humiliation which passed in 1949 and concluded, a century of a development and search of new vistas and openness, and what the President Xi is now talking, which is going to complete in 2049, and a world-class China's armed forces, world-class Chinese economy, world-class Chinese diplomacy, in the next century, which the President Xi said, shared destiny. Now, in this context, it's an interesting format when we are looking about the China and its the ingress in the world. As a student of international politics, we understand anarchy always, which is the key characteristics of the international politics, always attract, encourage, or compel the nations to go for a militarization, to go for a military conflict. Even if we are desiring to not prepare, not to fight, then we are compromising on our survival. So in that context, I think the Chinese, with this their economic growth, they are not missing that element. That's why Chinese president said the world-class Chinese army be after 2049 or by 2039 onward. That's why we heard from the American side, they are saying new Cold War. That's why you are saying, which I'm going to further elaborate in my presentation, rejuvenation of the alliances. So this is the way how the world is evolving, but the good news is Belt and Road Initiative, and we have seen first time in the world that a emerging global power or a global power has a footprints in more than 120 countries, and it secured that footprint without firing a single bullet. I don't know which will be the name given to this kind of an engagement with the rest of the world in the future, because generally we are, in our strategic lingo, we use the word, say what we call it, imperialism, neo-imperialism, traditional imperialism, colonialism, neo-colonialism. These are the terms which we have been continuously using and trying to analyze the world affair. But practically, this is something new where we say connectivity, practical connectivity, road infrastructure, and new ideas, mending the fences. So with that, I'm stopping, and rest I will share with you when you can still come to present a paper. So of course, as we say, it's a new start, but this new start is not for myself, because as a professor, I reached where I had to reach. It's for you people, and that was whenever we discussed, I told by above very categorically, the primary target or a primary, you can say, beneficiary of our cooperation with the China Embassy, School of Politics and International Relations and China Embassy will be our student. That means who are undergrad, postgraduate students in this department. So with this, thank you once again, and thank you all of you for participating. We have a big number of the students, but this time these classes, they will spread your message and this vision, and then next, and then we try to bring one day entire school at under one roof and have a similar activity. Thank you very much.